Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you ever have one of those moments where you think, how the hell did I get here?
Yes, hello racing gamers and welcome back to BombersportsPlays NASCAR Heat Evolution, fresh off of our first victory of the season at Martinsville. I still can't quite believe that happened. It's time to kind of come back to earth. It's been a bit of a weird weekend. I'll apologise in advance. My voice is absolutely destroyed. This past weekend basically involved both a football match for my club, AFC Wimbledon, farewell do for a very, very good friend of mine who's going back to Australia, may well be on her way by the time this video goes live as we go green at Texas Motor Speedway. We're on the way. And yeah, so Saturday involved a lot of chanting, a lot of singing, a lot of shouting at the football, and a lot of drinking, and then a lot of bad singing. And I think I even rapped the lyrics to Indycar by 50 Cent front to back. Thanks, teenage, white, nerdy rap fan me. So yeah, my voice was completely shot. And then Sunday was the British Touring Car Championship finale, which involved a lot more shouting, as Gordon Shedden just beat Sam Tordoff in an amazing championship scramble. Brian France, why do you need a playoff? So yeah, I don't have any voice, and it's Texas Motor Speedway, and yeah. Now you can see why this video is kind of a coming back down to earth thing, can't you? We're upside down, basically dead after 2 laps. Oh dear. And yeah, well, this video is going to be a little bit strange in that up until now I've kind of left the races unedited. When I do the commentary, I just do the full race. But yeah, this one's a bit of a weird... What's this as well? Yeah, they got me back out on the lead lap after the repairs, but the engine's still broken. So as you can see, I'm now piling down pit road at 70, 80 miles an hour with a broken engine. And yeah, I'm not actually counted as on pit road, so I don't get a speeding penalty, but I'm kind of screwed because my engine's broken. They clearly took me in the pits after that wreck and were like, just put some duct tape on it, go, get back out there. And I was like, well, you do realise the engine's still broken, lads. Nah, it'll be fine, just roll with it. So yeah, this is a bit of a disastrous race at hand. As I say, I don't generally edit down much of the race footage in these videos. I like to leave it kind of as is, live, a bit long form. But considering a lot of this one, yeah, you'll see how this one plays out. I've never liked Texas Motor Speedway anyway. So, at long last, we finally get back to pit road, and we may finally be about to fix our engine. So yeah, this race has got off to a great start, hasn't it? 5 laps in, we're going to lose a ton of time, a ton of laps, and I've already been flipped into the catch fencing upside down. Still, at least Bobby's got some banter.
That was a great lap.
This is great banter.
Anyway, so yeah, we're back out, and I think you can see in the top left of the screen the size of the task ahead of us.
Well, there it is.
So basically what the rest of this video is going to be is, well, me attempting to come back through the field from 3 laps down, but the alternative title to this video is, DMR, can you please remove adaptive AI from career mode? Because basically, I mean, this was the video that was done, this was one of the races that was done before the second patch that dropped about a week or so ago. So, but as far as I know, it's still not, you still can't turn off adaptive AI in career mode. And look at this, just look at this shit. I nearly ploughed into Truex Jr. in a straight line because he's going 30 miles an hour slower than me. Look, how slow is it? Look, I slowed to 140. He's doing 140 in the turns at Texas. You absolute sped. I don't care if you have just one Dover, mate. Get wrecked. And we're just blowing by Junior, blowing by Bush. Yep. Like, I wouldn't have cut down so much the race footage had adaptive AI been off and I was genuinely racing to try and get back on the lead lap, you know, battling for the lucky dog. And, I mean, look at this. I mean, I'm going so fast, I end up getting in situations like this where I'm 3 or 4 wide, Hamlin gets bunched into me, and we get pancaked yet again. And we're flying through the air. Yeah. And now we're rolling. We're in the catch fence again. Oh my, I'm flying through the air. I'm actually higher than Felix Baumgartner right now. Here are the live scenes from within the cockpit. Yeah, so this race has been fun so far. Anyway, we got back going. And yet again, we actually made a lap up despite having that massive crash. We got the lucky dog somehow. I don't know how. And look, like, just, you see what I mean? Like, look at this. Like, honestly, it's to the point where it's not even practical. Like, you can turn adaptive AI off in career mode, and if any of you are a little bit confused as what adaptive AI means, it basically means they kind of try and match your pace to a degree. Like, in single player, in like the single race mode, as I'm trying to wreck Denny Hamlin in a straight line, I'm already fed up. I mean, it's Texas, for God's sake. I don't like Texas Motor Speedway as a track, and it's probably my least favourite on the entire calendar. Like, I don't even know if I'm good there or not. It's just boring as anything. It's Charlotte with no personality, and I hate the fact it's got 2 fucking guaranteed, locked-in, ironclad dates on the calendar, and the CEO throws a shit fit whenever IndyCar threatens to go elsewhere and not go there. Like, who wouldn't prefer IndyCar at COTA? Well, actually, after this year's IndyCar race, probably not that many people, but still, like, it produces one good race every decade in whatever series is racing there, and the rest of the time it's just absolute snooze-fest boring. Like, the finish of last year's chase race wasn't too bad with Brad Keselowski and Jimmy Johnson. That was pretty fun. But, oh my God, Texas is so boring. And why is it 500 miles? Why? They trimmed California down to 400 miles because that was boring as all hell for ages. And now look at the races. They're brilliant. Same with Pocono. Oh, God. Anyway, there's my rant about Texas out of the way. It's absolutely garbage. Hate this track. And, yeah, you can turn off the adaptive AI in single player, which basically means whatever difficulty level you set them at, they'll run to that pace. I've just breezed past Jimmy Johnson. Yep, breezed past Jimmy Johnson.
12 seconds later.
I'm back to the end of the field, and I'm lapping cars again. Literally only about 4 laps after the last time. I'm nearly ploughing into Ryan Blaney because he's only doing 140 miles an hour in a straight line. Get out of my way. Like, literally, I like the idea of adaptive AI. I mean, like, the PC Master Race may be about to get just absolutely, their heads might be about to explode at this. But do you know what other game had adaptive AI? NR 2003. So I'm not opposed to it in principle, but when it's this severe, like when you lose a lap, people just stop. I mean, look at this. I'm flying up here behind both the Penske cars, and I nearly wreck into them because I'm doing 175. They're just going nowhere. I nearly wrecked Brad Keselowski. I just run him over because he's going so slow. Look at this, 155 miles an hour, and I'm ghosting past them like an LMP1 at Le Mans. Straight into the back of Greg Biffle. He's got nowhere to go. I've got nowhere to go because I'm flying up behind him. It's just... and again, I just run him over, nearly wreck him. It's silly. Like, as I say, I don't mind the AI kind of mildly matching your difficulty level. I know it works for casual players, but this just feels silly. It's so severe when you fall a lap or more down. It just becomes farcical. It just becomes silly. I just crashed in a straight line out of boredom. Like, it just becomes farcical. You know, it's just like, as soon as you lose a lap, the AI just absolutely tank. And it's just not funny how slow they are. And it just feels patronising. It feels like they're going, oh, dear Durhams, here you go, come through, get your laps back now. And I'm like, no, for God's sake, you do realistic AI really well. When I'm racing side by side with the AI and they're not babying me around or going, oh, let's let him catch up because he's rubbish. He's like our little brother trying to play racing games for the first time and crashing into the wall at turn 1 because he's got the controller shoved up his nose. Like, when they're not doing that, the AI is brilliant. So it just doesn't feel right that they suddenly just go pants on head retarded as soon as you lose a lap. Like, look, if you've been that good to me so far, if you've been that harsh to me, make me work for it, damn it. Make me work to try and get the lucky dog, try and get those laps back. I mean, the race is long enough. It's a 25% race. That's about, what, 125 miles? In a 500-mile race, that's 125 miles of racing. So we've got time to maybe make some time up as other cars lose laps as well. It's realistic. It's how real racing works. Like, have adaptive AI in the game, but let us turn it off in career mode, for goodness sake. Or just make it a lot less severe. Like, maybe have them slow down a little bit if you're off the lead lap, but not to the extent where you're lapping them like where you're going nearly 50 miles an hour faster than in a straight line. And then it's inconsistent. Look, now I'm in the middle of a pit stop cycle, and Hamlin in 33rd. I'm now 8th because I'm off sequence with everyone on pit stops. Hamlin's 33rd, and yet he's treating me as being faster than him, and he's just blown by me. Like, it's almost like their rubber banding switch will just flip in their heads instantaneously. It's just not even funny. So, yeah, this video is kind of going to be a mixed bag for that reason. Like, there wasn't much of an actual race here, but you'll see how the rest of the race unfolds here. When you fall 3 laps down that early in a race, normally I restart, but at this point, I'm just like, it's Texas. I'd rather just get this sodding race out of the way. We've got Bristol, we've got Bristol, Richmond, Talladega, and Dover to come in the next 5 races. So let's just get through this boring atrocity of it. Have you worked out? Have you guessed just slightly? I don't like Texas Motor Speedway. It is just a soulless vacuum. Do you know what, Bobby? I'm tempted to just run out of fuel just to make this, just to end this. And now look, everyone's piling up behind me because I'm actually in 8th and I'm actually ahead of them on the track. So suddenly now they've got fast. Like, even AJ Allmendinger is suddenly really quick and he's 30. He's down in the 30s. It doesn't make sense, DMR. Like, I really enjoy this game. But this is, like, it's not a deal breaker in terms of, like, in ETX, everything was broken. In NASCAR 14 and 15, everything was broken. And it tells you something that I am still continuing this career mode as Joey Logano is coming up past us. No hard feelings from Martinsville, dude. Just saying. Reddit's favourite NASCAR driver's there as well. He's along for the ride. We are actually now a lap down again from Logano. We're in 10th. So I wonder if that means the AI will suddenly go, oh, wait, he's a lap down. Wait, lads, slow down. We've got to let the retard back on the lead lap. It's just, yeah, I've ranted enough. I need tea. Have my big mug of tea here as usual. After such an emotional roller coaster of a weekend, and now this. Tea is the least I need.
Slow down. You're low on fuel.
And we're actually, we're at 0 laps of fuel. And we hadn't technically ran out by then, so I had a few people after Auto Club tell me that I should have gone for that lead lap. Trust me, I thought, as soon as I finished recording, I was like, damn it, I should have at least tried that final lap. Had I known 17 cars were on the lead lap, oh, hi, Paul Menard. Let's point at you and mock. Yeah, had I known there were only 17 cars on the lead lap in that race, I would have gone for that final lap. Anyway, we're back on pit road. Hey, guys. Bet you're happy to see me again, aren't you? You've not seen much of me in this race, have you? Oh, wait. With an engine that's now held together with spit and super glue and some chewing gum. And most of the body that's held on with crossed fingers and duct tape. They've done a very good job on the repair of the body. But anyway, I guess that's one thing they couldn't be entirely realistic on, because technically our race should have ended. This episode should have been about 30 seconds long. This is how bored I am. I'm nearly wrecking off a pit road. I'm like that guy in the trucks that nearly wrecked across the track in qualifying one time. That was hilarious. That may have been in Texas, actually. Maybe it's just a Texas thing. Maybe Texas just bores people to tears, so they just try and crash just to end the tedium.
Okay,
And now we're just flying past people. These are actually people we're battling for position with. There's Ryan S for 35th. Still slow as shit. Like, I know they're, they're back marker cars, but seriously, Casey Mears and Kevin Harvick, why am I blowing past Kevin Harvick like he's not there at a 1.5 miler? You tell me how that's believable in any sense of the word. It's just, this race was not fun for me. I think you can see it, but I mean, we've done well. This is race 7 in the career mode. Technically episode 8, I guess, because it's oh, we've just hit halfway. Oh, please, let it end. Why can't it be a 400 mile race? Why does it have to be 500? Eddie Gossage, I'm shaking my fist at you. So my voice just gives up on life. Yep, everyone's still tediously slow because I think we're 2 laps down on the leader. Why? There's no need for this. This isn't fun. My voice breaking and me suddenly sounding like a 12-year-old again is not fun either. Hey, Emma. Hey, the adaptive AI sucks. But they had it in NR 2003. I know. It doesn't count. I don't know, generally I didn't run with adaptive AI on in NR 2003, and I guess that's what people want. They just want the ability to turn it off. Oh, hey, Chase Elliott, running 4th. You're doing pretty well. Also, because this was one of the videos that was released before the patch, any driver rating changes that were made for that patch won't have taken effect yet. They'll come into effect after the next race. So from, I want to say Richmond onwards, that'll be when the second patch was dropped. That'll be when I started recording those episodes. So, I mean, you can tell, like, overall, for the amount of... Ryan, what are you doing? You're just beetling along. Carl Larson is I mean, we're 25th now. We're basically on the lead lap. We're passing cars. Like, I didn't want you to slow down for me anyway when I was 3 laps down. It's bad enough now you're doing it, and I'm just effortlessly advancing into the top 20. Effortless. I haven't had to try. I could literally, like... I do this commentary in post, but I could literally have done this commentary live and actually drank tea in the corners and probably bleach, knowing Texas, and I'd still be doing this. Like, Bobby Labonte, get out the way. You are the Archbishop of Banterbury, but I don't care.
Still there. You're all clear.
Okay, well, there's a clue. We are technically still a lap down, but hey, still beetling on. That's why no one's going anywhere. Although we are battling Chris Buescher rather nicely. Well, we were. until the caution comes out. We are actually the first car a lap down now, so we did just pass Chris Buescher coming to the line there. This is where the race kind of starts to pick up a little bit. Now that we got back on the lead lap, or look like we will be, this is where the race kind of comes back to us a little bit because, hey, the AI turn off their doofus switches. Like, as I say, I love the AI in this game. It's just, so why do you do that? It's like being back with the ETX AI. In fact, nothing's that bad. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. So anyway, we are pitting here because we may as well. Still get the free pass because we were the lucky dog. First car a lap down. We're actually back on the lead lap now. Let's see if we can actually make this race somewhat competitive and salvage a good finish here. My worst finish of the season was still at Phoenix, the 38th, so surely it can't be that bad. Right. Well, I mean, if we're nearly pulling a Dale Earnhardt pass in the grass, 3 wide on cars in front of us, then maybe. And thanks for everyone explaining, by the way, in the comments on the last video about how waiver rounds work. I automatically assumed they put lap down cars to the back of the queue no matter what, so I didn't know if waiver round or free pass cars had to start behind the lap cars, if that makes sense. So, am I the only one who still misses the old days where they just stick all the lap down cars on the inside line and all the lead lap cars up top? You'd have some crazy scenarios with that. Like, if there were 3 cars on the lead lap, all the lap down cars would just be in one massive snake line on the inside and you just get freight trained. Or, what was weirder is if you had cars caught on the tail end of the lead lap that would restart right in front of the leader. I remember there was one time, I think it was 2003 at Charlotte in the Coke 600. Oh, a little bit of contact with Chris Buescher, and we're around. I'm getting bored of crashing at Texas now. Very bored of this. Is David actually going to throw the caution? He is. To be fair, David Hoots has been pretty good with the cautions this race. Does this mean we're going to lose a lap again? I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Forget tea, I'm going to need absinthe before the end of this race. So we are still on the lead lap, but yeah, I remember the days where you'd get like crazy restarts with a load of almost a lap down cars on the end of the tail end of the lead lap, and the leader would basically restart effectively in double file. They'd effectively restart back in like 20th or something. So it always made for these really interesting dynamics, and you know what, I don't even care. I'm just backing out. I'm backing out. I'm 35th. I'll let that lot... Because another reason I hate Texas, there's no high line, basically. There's nothing. Except maybe that groove that Matt Kenseth used in that amazing battle with Jeff Burton here in 2007. So that's the thing. That's one of the highlights of Jeff Burton's career. And you'd think my favourite driver getting a great win here, being one of the few repeat winners here, that would endear me to this track. It just doesn't. As I say, it has one good race every 5 years minimum. Like, the end of the 2015 NASCAR chase race here was all right. IndyCar this year was an absolute worldie out of nowhere. Like, other than that, I'm really struggling. That race in 2007 I talked about where Jeff Burton beat Matt Kenseth, that was a great race. Hello, Bane! Something's never changed. In fact, I've wrecked Bane. He was a lap down. He didn't even deserve that. He was a lap down. He's still going sideways. He was sideways for a good 5 to 6 seconds there. That's impressive car control, actually. I'll give you that. Somewhere at home, Shane Van Gisbergen is watching this video and nodding with approval. Kind of with a Sheldon nod. AJ Allmendinger is trying to wreck the fuck out of Bobby Labonte in front of us. They're getting 3 wide, lads. Lads, that's a dumb idea. Like, this track for me is kind of like Daytona. I just can't go high right up against the wall because I just will be in the wall. And I'll just make a noise, something like Sideshow Bob does when he stands on a rake. That sort of noise. But anyway, we're just going to calmly sip some tea and watch this battle unfold in front of us.
Still there?
In fact, no, we're not, because Denny Hamlin nearly blocked us into the grass, you mother trucker. Didn't appreciate that at all. As we're finally actually enjoying some racing in this actual race. In this Duck Commander. That's another thing I don't like about Texas. I mean, seriously, you sponsor a race after a reality TV show about men with beards killing ducks. Like, really? That's badass for you guys. Like, that's the most I've ever seen of Duck Dynasty, by the way, is NerdCube's plays of their Duck Dynasty game, which admittedly the game looked rubbish, but I don't get it. Like, men with beards killing animals and being men with beards, basically like, yeah, we're men with beards and we have guns and we're gonna go kill some ducks and maybe some deer and I don't know, some ants and squirrel. Fuck you, squirrel. We're gonna kill you because we're Duck Commanders. I mean, that just sounds stupid in its own right, doesn't it? Hey, what's your job description? I'm a Duck Commander. That just implies... Oh, we nearly wrecked again, AJ Allmendinger. State of your race, mate. What are you doing? De Benedetto's boxing us in. Oh, God, what is this? De Benedetto, please speed up. I know you've got Eric Jones in front of you, but seriously, maybe they heard me bitching about Duck Dynasty and they're like, oi, hands off our men with beards. Beards.
Still there?
State of my voice, mate. God. But yeah, when I hear the phrase Duck Commander, I'm like, do you just stand by the edge of lakes and then go, I command the armies of Mallard to rise? And then just out of the water, like thousands of ducks just kind of go, wah, 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 and they sort of raise up in formation. What does my brain do? What is my state of my brain? Oh, God. Anyway, Regan Smith, hello. I've missed you. Actually, no, I haven't. I've missed you like a hole in the head that's become infected in surgery. So let's go around the outside of you and Carl Larson. Hey, Larson, aren't you supposed to be where I am? Right up by the wall. No, Regan Smith's been a crafty bastard. He's up alongside McDowell. I hate being on the outside in the tri-oval. We've seen this work before. Well, the opposite of that. We're now going 3 wide in the middle. That's only marginally working a bit better. We have actually made a pass on Michael McDowell. That's nice. Finally, some decent racing in this episode. It's taken us 20 minutes. And 3 laps basically gifted to us by stupid AI. Oh, sideways moment in the corner. We're trying to find that non-existent high groove at Texas. We're just trying to plow it for us. I'm just being stubborn. I'm like, I don't care if this track doesn't have a high groove. I'm still running it, damn it. We are actually in the top 30, though. That's not too bad. I mean, what's useful? Paul Menard, state of your rear end, mate. What's useful in a way is, hey, we've got that win at Martinsville, so we have a little bit of a cushion now. Like, they're basically on the apron. I mean, that's something else the patch reportedly fixed. It said it improved the, in inverted commas, racing experience. Or racing feel. So, or driving feel. It was something like that. It was something quite vague. So I know it also made AI improvements. So I think they were mostly related to how the AI cars got onto pit road, as Menard is trying to wreck Carl Larson, even though Menard is so far back he may as well still be in Martinsville. Oh man, state of this race. But yeah, so I wonder if that's something that they fixed in the patch, like they stopped the AI just manhandling the apron. Which is completely unrealistic. If you touch the apron, you're history. You're spun and you're probably in the fence, like I have been about 3 times already in this race. And that's realistic. So, I'm not entirely sure what the AI are playing at. Right there you go. You see Almirola. He's got 2 wheels right on the apron. I don't know if that... I'm pretty sure that's the thing they don't do IRL. Larson, mate, can you not? I know you're all depressed because you just got knocked out of the chase. And don't worry, I feel you too. I feel your pain. You are one of my boys. Bobby, what the hell are you doing? Can you stop trying to be relevant in this game? You're already my spotter. I hear and see enough of you. In the hauler, race to race. It's kind of like Townsend Bell at this point. You hear him on commentary and then you see him out on the track and he's actually quite good. We have also got the pit here, hopefully for the last time in this race, but with how sodding long this race is, there may be more to go, but this should be our last stop of the race. We're pitting out at 32nd place. Hopefully, without that many repairs to it. Well, actually, we're just not repairing the car. We're just like, sod it. We've already basically rebuilt an entirely new car out of bits of duct tape, I don't know, crisp packets, Lego, anything really. Just whatever. So, I'm going to take another sip of tea as my crew get ready to get to work. Yeah, I want a nice fast service because it's going to make all the difference. 14.8, actually. This will be our fastest pit stop of the series, I think. If they pull it off without, you know, stacking it over their own tyres. Or sneezing and accidentally snorting one of the lug nuts up their nose. No, they did it. You know what? Nice job. GG, my crew. I just wish it was in a slightly more relevant race. Where we're battling for the win instead of 34th. And we're a lap down again, so the AI... I keep trying to crash just on my way out of my pits. This is kind of the definition of my race. The state of this race, mate. That basically should be the name of this episode. This is like the sequel to that Atlanta episode in my NASCAR 15 series, where I just called it WTF is this race. I did that because I said during the race, it's like a Total Biscuit video. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Total Biscuit. I'm here to ask and answer one simple question. WTF is this race? I don't know, basically. Also, how good is it to hear that Total Biscuit might be, his terminal cancer might be responding a lot better to treatment than anyone thought. That is so good to hear as on the YouTube community. He's one of the stars of the gaming community on YouTube. Ryan Ellis, what on... Breathe slow, breathe deep, don't launch into another rant about why adaptive AI sucks. That was meant to say why adaptive AI sucks, and they're all tanking through the oval. Oh my god.
Still there?
Seriously. This is like, I don't even know. This is like driving a Sprint Cup car against a bunch of pedal cars. Bandoleros. Like, I don't even, oh my god. It's just, I mean, that's another thing. It's like, it's condescending the fact they slow down so much for you, and then it just becomes stupid because you're just trying not to run them over because they're so slow. Anyway, I promised I wouldn't get into a rant. Promised I wouldn't get into a rant. Promised I wouldn't get into another rant. Just be calm and sip your mic, Annette. Can you not? Now I'm going to sip my tea. Ryan Newman nearly forced us up into the wall there. That's nice. We're up to 32nd, I get. Brad Keselowski's not that far ahead of us, weirdly. But yeah, I mean, how long has this race still got to go? Oh, Christ. I can't even with this race, man. I just can't. As I say, it's Texas. I mean, overall, I have really enjoyed this series so far, I've got to say. Like, as I say, this is not too much of a deal breaker. I mean, if you stay on the lead lap in races, it's fine. You don't notice it so much. Oh, thank God for that. We've got about 13 laps to go. The end is nearly in sight. Just about. I mean, we may still get a half-decent result out of it, especially if the AI start tanking again and just patronising me. Like, I've won a race, guys. I've shown I can hang with you lot, all right? I like the fact that my career mode car sucks and you have to work to improve it. I really enjoy that aspect. Don't then kowtow to me. Like, leave it as an option if you really want to for the really, really casual players. But most casual players don't even want that. Nobody likes... But I mean, what? Like, look at this. We just blew by Ryan Newman. He was doing about 12 miles an hour. He's now come flying back up behind us and passed us again. He has literally just gone... He's rebelled. And now he's slowing again. Now he's slowing again. What is this? What is this? We nearly wreck each other. Like, seriously, you just saw it with your own eyeballs. And that's one of the few things. This is why I tell people that Heat Evolution isn't worth $60. Like, the graphics and the audio don't make it worth that anyway. But it's little niggles like this. But, like, they're not game changers in that they've not killed my enjoyment of this game. I mean, I have genuinely enjoyed this series a lot. This is like the first blip in that series, and we're, what, seven races in, 8 episodes in, including the prologue. So I have really enjoyed this game so far, and I continue to have a lot of fun with it. But this is one of those little things that, like, I know they can iron this out in a patch, and they are looking to. I believe Jeff Favignano said in one of his videos that he's been on to the DMR, the devs over there, and they are looking to patch it in. The option to turn off adaptive AI in career mode. Because it's present in the rest of the game, there's no reason why you can't turn it off. I mean, here comes Ryan Newman again. He's literally tanked to let me through, come charging up behind me, passed me once, and then stopped in front of me to let me back through. And now he's come up behind me and passed me again. And he's fallen back behind, although he didn't really complete the pass the second time, so I'll let him off. Now what's he going to do? Is he going to stay with us? Make up your mind. Are you going to patronise us, or are you going to actually race us? We are here to race. Yep, he's coming up behind us again. Here we go. We might actually have a battle here. It's not for position, but I don't care. He's a lap ahead of me. I don't really give a crap, to be honest with you. I'm just enjoying having someone to play with in this boring state of a race. So take a sip of tea. Lovely cup of tea, if I do say so myself. We have a moment of calm. Newman's sticking with us now. He's heard us shouting about the adaptive AI, and he's like, all right then. He's just ripped his little earpiece out that the AI drivers have, like, slow down now. The human is terrible. The human is rubbish. Oh, well, we had a call. Well, someone's crashed. Someone's taken that to the real extreme. Well, we've got 8 laps to go in the race, thank fuck. And 10 laps to go on fuel. So what do we do here? Do we stay out? Do we bung some tyres on? At this point, we're 29th. I mean, does it matter? To be honest, I don't really even know. Like, I mean, we are the first car a lap down. Some people around us are pitting. We may get the wave around here. We've got the free pass. So we're up to 27th now. We've got fuel to the end, so we should be all right. I mean, let's go. Let's see what we can get out of this. We've got 3 laps to go here. Let's see what we can get out of it. 27th, Ryan Blaney's gone nowhere. He's 32nd and just rubbish.
Still there?
We're going 3 wide in the tri-oval again. That's worked about as well as peace agreements in Europe did in the 1930s. We're on the high side, which also works about as well.
Carlo.
And this is a problem as well at Texas. They just go too wide and packed together. You just can't move. You can't go anywhere. Still, this is far better AI behavior than NASCAR 15. Anyway, we're down on the inside. Hello, Bain! We're just saying hello to Trevor Bain. Paul Menard's pancaked us. We're sideways. Still sideways on the apron. We're still saving it. Still loose, still loose, still
Slow
loose.
down. Dang, we got the black flag.
And we've been forced onto pit road and given an immediate speeding penalty.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
That basically ended our race. That's it. That's the end of it. Brad Keselowski finally wins this Texas race. 69 minutes, the longest race of the season. Why? It's Texas. I hate it. I don't even know where we finished. Somewhere in the 30s. I think it was slightly better than Phoenix. Di Benedetto got a top 20. Fair play. 28 cars finished on the lead lap. Regan Smith 25th. He beat us, the bastard. Blaney was a lap down there. 34th. We were the last of the 1 lap down crew. Hey, it's still not as bad as Phoenix. And Bain was 18 laps down. So what were Bain and Menard doing racing me that hard when they're that far down? I don't even know. Maybe they were like me. They were bored and just wanted to make things vaguely interesting. And I tell you what, I had that slide saved. I had that down pat. And then I slid into the pits and it took over my car. Understandable, I suppose. We're going to take a hit in the points. No, not that bad, actually. We're only down to 18th, and of course, we do have that win in the bank, which means as long as we stay in the top 30 in points, basically the Kyle Busch rule, or indeed the Chris Buescher rule, as long as we stay there, we should be all right for the chase. And as I say, next up is Bristol, one of my favourite tracks in NASCAR. Don't be silly, we can't afford anything after that race. We got paid peanuts. But yeah, I'll see you next time out, hopefully on Wednesday at Bristol, where we should be competitive. We should have a lot more fun than we did at Texas. Subscribe to Bomber Sports Plays if you haven't already. Destroy the like button, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks very much for joining us.
Well, you